standing ovation.
We didn't talk about pubes, Jack. We're just talking about hair.
When I cut my pubes, I'm hoping for a kneeling ovation.
Are pushing me. I'm going to stab you, Matt. But you're lucky, because I can't see very well,
I know.
so I'll probably miss.
I know. That's why I was just jumping around.
I told the movie company, why don't you just cue card me? Or put a little thing in my ear and just read me the line. But apparently...
How'd that work out for you, Jack?
I have to retire because I can no longer remember lines.
You're not gonna pull a Marlon Brando on us and demand to do scenes pantless for no reason.
I do that anyway. They only shoot from my waist up these days.
That's good news. There's some things nobody wants to see. There's some things when they are seen, they cannot be unseen. So
I'm going to let you gentlemen get back to your show.
Yeah, why don't you send Steven back into the studio so we can ask how his week was.
I'm going to hang out in your kitchen here, your break room, and I'll chime in when I feel it's necessary.
Fantastic.
Hey, Nicolas Cage!
Oh, no.
You're
Well, at least he's got that right. Hey, Steven.
Hey!
Good to have you back. How was your week?
My week has been very weird. I went through a lot of changes. And I think I can finally accept stuff that's happened in my life and try to move forward. I know I did reveal a little bit on an all-new episode of All White Tukey. I told Pat it might have to become a... what are those intervention podcasts on our network? But we'll see.
We brought you here,
but it turns
because
out
we hate your guts. We want you to change.
We had some people check out the show. No big feedback. I did get one tweet about it saying, "Oh my God, Stephen Mooney! I fell out of my chair laughing," and then he sent me a picture of what he was listening to, and it was All White Tukey, the first episode. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that, I think everything's going good. The only thing I have to talk about is Monday.
And
Monday, if you're not doing anything, Monday night, Arcade Bros will be doing a live show for the for the release of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft Auto.
So go ahead and check us out. We'll be again at the Tempe Marketplace. We'll be doing a live show. If you can't make it to the live show, the episode will drop that Tuesday anyway, so we'll kind of be current. Also, if you have not joined the Arcade Bros team on www.extra-life.org,
do it
right now. We got 3 members now on the show. People are.
I don't even play games. I'm in there.
And if you want to donate, feel free to donate. Just type in my name, Stephen Mooney, on the search engine, and you can just go ahead and do it. This is a great cause. You can start racking up time now and everything like that. So I know I've been racking up a bunch of hours because I've been playing the Walking Dead game, which I have to say is so much better than The Last of Us.
When does the actual show come back?
It comes back October. It probably comes back literally right after Breaking Bad ends. I guarantee it.
Okay. That's good.
So it's going to be Breaking Bad.
So hopefully there isn't too much of a gap between the two because I'm already kind of antsy. I've only got a couple of shows going right now that I really look forward to, and one of them isn't even having a good season for its final season.
What one is
Dexter.
Oh.
Dexter, the final season of Dexter thus far has been kind of lackluster.
You guys were talking about that last week.
Yeah, I love that show, but this season it's been really just kind of down, and it's ending, so you keep thinking, okay, they're going to do something big because they can do anything they want.
Yeah.
And so far it looks like he's just going to run away and hide.
That's it?
And that's it. That's the end. That's what it seems like. I mean, we got 2 episodes left, so something big could happen. I mean, I really would like to see something. I mean, this is the end. He's not going to do the show anymore. They're talking about maybe doing a spin-off with some of the other major characters, some of the other detectives and things like that, but it's just the season before it was much better, especially the ending. I mean, the ending of last season was just frickin' insane. I won't spoil it for those of you who haven't seen it yet. But
last season and then the newest season that's going on.
Yeah, no, that last season is definitely really good. Definitely check that one out. That one was fantastic. It was really, really great. This season, it's not bad. I'm not dreading each show, but I'm just left wanting more. Each and every episode, I'm like, they could have done this, so they could have done that.
What if they end the series where literally it's just him, and then it pans out, and everything that you saw for the past couple of years was just a memory, and it was him about to do his first kill, and he's like, I don't want to go down this path, and then he just walks away.
you just see this rewind.
How pissed off do you think everyone would be if it was just
Well, people are talking about with Breaking Bad too. They're saying the ending scene of Breaking Bad is going to have Malcolm come up and wake him up in the bed or something. something like that. It was all that Malcolm in the Middle guy's dream. The whole series.
Actually, one of our local radio stations out here, they said the best part would be is Walt goes into witness protection and he becomes the dad from Malcolm in the Middle. Like that's how they should end it.
That would work too.
Holmberg? Yeah, Holmberg.
Yeah, that would work too, I suppose. But yeah, no, I don't like it when shows cop out.
It shows him walking away with the kids and goes, "Life is unfair."
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be both awful and awesome at the same time.
Though that last episode.
Oh my God! Like you're just sitting there going, like, how is he getting out of this?
Yeah. We won't spoil it for those who may not be caught up, but get caught up, dude. Well, this season is freaking amazing. It is absolutely nuts.
The only thing I thought that was weird, though, with this season when, if you haven't seen it yet, this is a little bit of spoiler, but Hank finally handcuffs Walt, and then Walt looks at him and just goes, "You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big." I just thought that was really.
This is foreshadowing.
I just thought this was really out of character for Walter White. So
yeah, it seemed a little off. Oh man, but you know what's been great is I finally got my wife into watching Breaking Bad. Actually, I can't even claim credit for it because I told her about it a billion times. Hey, this is a great show. You need to watch it. And she's like, yeah, I don't. And then one of her friends told her, oh no, it's a great show. You got to watch it. So now she's watching it.
Yeah. Okay, before you get into further, I just have to say this. What the fuck?
Yeah, but he's right here. You don't have to do him. Anyways,
I'm not mad.
But no, so I've been watching it again from the beginning, and it's just so amazing to go back and really just it's a marvel at how great an actor Bryan Cranston really is. There are moments after he's taken on the Heisenberg persona where there are moments when you can see it just in his eyes and his face. And the moment it changes from you're not talking to Walter anymore. Yeah, you're talking to Heisenberg. Like he doesn't even have to say anything. It's just this change in his face, and it's frickin' brilliant. Anybody who hasn't watched the show yet, I highly recommend it. I mean, everything except for the current season is on Netflix now. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Everything except for the last it's only like 5 or 6 episodes.
No, I think it's less than that because I thought it was 8. And then
I thought just before they came back,
it's 8 and 8.
Okay.
8 and 8? Okay, because then
the first 8 are on there, and the second. But how many are they into right now? It's only 5.
They're going to be into 5 because there's only 3 episodes left.
Right. Okay. So there's only 5 episodes that exist that aren't on Netflix right now. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. So you know what's weird though, if you think about it. So we all know that Saul Goodman obviously isn't going to be killed at all because he's getting his own spinoff.
That is right. Yes, it has been greenlit. No, that doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to be killed. Because they have said that Better Call Saul is going to be a prequel. It's going to be Saul Goodman before he meets Walter White.
Oh,
so they could.
I like that. I actually do like that.
Well, I love Bob Odenkirk.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking hilarious.
Now, do you think they're going to have cameos? Like throughout, like not saying like Walter White will walk in, but you might see like Jesse in the background.
Yeah, you could definitely see. Maybe. You could definitely possibly see Jesse and some of the other, the group that Jesse hang out with because that's how he knew who it was.
Black guy will be there.
Oh yeah.
It starts with a T.
Now do you think was it Brian Burr? Because he's one of the he's a comedian. He's one of actually Saul's guys as well. He's that skinny guy. I think his name is Brian Byrne. But anyway, I wonder if he's going to be on the thing because he's freaking hilarious. I love it when they found the money and the big guy just like lazy. He's like, "What?"
I got to do it.
What are you? I got to do it. Scrooge McDuck? Get off that thing.
He's like, just do it. And the other guy's like, all right. He lays down too.
So you going back and rewatching these with your wives? Yeah. Like, are you your wives plural? Your wife?
Well, you know what's funny is the show she binge watched before this was Big Love.
That's a good show.
Never seen it.
I can. Big Love is one of those shows that I can really appreciate.
I haven't watched that yet.
Oh, it's good.
I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes and it didn't hook me, but then my wife watched the whole thing and she told me some of the things that happened and I'm like, oh crap, now I got to go back and watch and see that stuff happen. So, but no, Big Love is one of those shows that I can appreciate as being very well written, very well acted, probably very well directed. I mean, everything about it is well done. But it just doesn't interest me.
Really?
It did not grab my interest
whatsoever.
Did
they say that at the end? Game over, man! Game over!
Another show like that is on Netflix, one of the Netflix originals, the House of Cards.
With Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
My parents absolutely love that.
That show is brilliantly acted. Kevin Spacey is frickin' brilliant in that show. The writing's good. The acting's good. Everything about it is great. It looks fantastic, so your cinematography is good. I mean, everything about the show is absolutely brilliantly done. It doesn't interest me in the slightest.
You know what's funny, though? I do have to say, like, they've gotten so many Emmy nominations just from the Netflix originals just because they can get away with so much because it's just...
Well, they're bringing in really good people to do it,
Well, that's the thing. Like, this is what I love. The only one that hasn't really gotten, like, really big ratings and reviews and stuff that was the new Arrested Development because it kind of came back. But then again, you're coming back from a show that's been off the air for so long.
Right.
And then,
you probably had a lot of expectations there.
And not only that, but you found out, like, later I found out after watching it, it's like I still haven't finished the season, but after watching it, you find out that a lot of the people, their schedules was all mixed up because they're off doing other things and they all couldn't be together. So it's kind of like, okay, no wonder it didn't feel like how it felt. But everything else that they delivered so far, like their Netflix original series, has been like ridiculous. Like the new one just came out with Ricky Gervais.
Derek.
Oh yes, I want to watch that. Derek. Yes, I want to watch that. But yeah, no, I haven't heard anything bad about any of the Netflix originals really, except for Arrested Development. And mostly what I heard wasn't necessarily bad. It was just they didn't think it lived up to. It was disappointment.
Yeah,
is what it was. It wasn't hatred. It was just disappointment.
When I first watched it, I was like, this is kind of weird because they kind of switched it up. But then as I continued watching it, I really enjoyed it. So.
What? I'm civil.
That's what.
Dick bag.
I didn't hear the door. I didn't hear anything. I just see, like, all of a sudden you were waving. I'm like, hi. Were you raising your hand? You're like, I would like to speak now. I'm like,
no, I was waving. I was doing the Princess Diana wave before she died.
Oh, that's why I was like, what the hell are you doing? And then I realized that there was somebody behind me, and that's who you were waving at.
Well, next time it's a big guy behind you, I'm not going to warn you. I'm just going to sit there and go, do it.
I'll be like, what is he?
And Eric will be like,
what's he talking about? What's he talking about?
What the fuck?
What the man?
My original question, though, was since you're going back and rewatching Breaking Bad with your wife, are you picking up on things that you missed your first go-around with it?
Oh, yeah, a few things. There's a few times when, not really things that I missed the first time, but now that I know what happened,
you're understanding it more.
Foreshadowing that I missed the first time, like things that I've seen. There's just certain moments, like a great example is the end of the first season when he, or it's either the end of the first season or the beginning of the second season. It's hard to separate them when you're watching them on Netflix back to back. Yeah. But it's when he goes into that drug dealer's office basically and blows it up there. When he goes in there with that what was it, the fulminated mercury, and blows up that office, and then he's just walking, he gets back to his car and he's just like pumped up. He's like, he loved that. Oh yeah, he absolutely like. This is a man who, for the first time in his life, felt alive right then. And you just knew, like, looking forward, you know, okay, that's the start. That's really the point at which you know...
That's the birth of Heisenberg.
Yeah, exactly. He's not only going to do this whole thing, but he likes having that power as well. It's not just about the money. He always makes it sound like it's just about the money to take care of his family.
Oh, no, because if you think about it, Walter White, he's the kind of guy who's probably been walked on, you know...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you see that throughout the episodes, like he got screwed out of that one big major company, you know, all these kind of things. So it's like this is his first time where he's just like, he knows he's, you know, dying of cancer, so he just doesn't care. Yeah. So, like, my other favorite part in the first season is, like, when they're at the store and his son's trying on pants and those kids are giving him shit and it's like, like the thing. And he's like, he leaves and comes back around, just, like, starts, like...
He just, like, he knocks it, he, like, breaks that guy's leg, like, just totally kneecaps him, basically, and it's like, how do you like not being able to walk right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And it's just kind of like, just all these kind of things. So it's just kind of cool just to see how it's... But then you also notice in certain seasons where, like, he gets to a certain point where he just starts becoming cocky.
Yes. Yeah, you start to see that transition from, okay, here's a good, decent man who has decided to do something illegal, but for good purposes. You know, he wants to take care of his family, and he's also, you know, he's convinced himself that what he's doing is okay because if he's not doing it, somebody else is going to anyway. Yep. And at least if he's doing it, he knows that the people doing his drugs are going to be are not going to be getting the garbage stuff. They're going to be getting the good stuff, which, you know, purer, the more pure the methamphetamine is, the quote unquote safer it is for you, because at least you're not poisoning yourself with random chemicals. I mean, it's still really horribly bad for you because your body is not intended to work that way.
We are in no way condoning this activity.
No, there's like here's my thing with drugs like that. I think they should be legal. because I think human adults should be able to make that own choice for themselves. I don't think it's my job to pay to keep people in prison because they chose to partake of a substance that may not be good for them. I mean, especially when you look at things like alcohol and tobacco that are legal, and they do bad things to you as well. It's all about moderation and choice. Mm-hmm. However, I do not condone the use of certain drugs, methamphetamines, heroin, cocaine, those type of things. I would recommend you don't do it. But I think it should be legal for you to make that choice.
Man, you should totally just legalize marijuana.
Well, they definitely should legalize pot. They should legalize it, regulate it, and tax the hell out of it.
And boom.